David, you guys haven't had to go from a 7-game series into another one on this kind of turnaround since the bubble, really. Can you kind of just take us through what the process and the approach is kind of turning around from that Game 7 prep-wise versus trying to make sure everyone's kind of in the right physical and mental space?
Remind me of the bubble, please. You know what? I don't think the physical part you can control because it's happening so fast. The mental part, I kind of felt like what I saw today from the guys look like they're ready to go. They moved on. We talked about it after the game. I thought, you had to enjoy that game that night, that Saturday night. Then Sunday, kind of refocus, take a look at what we can do better against this team through the 4 games we played this season. So we know it's a new challenge. This is the best team in the West over the course of the regular season. So it's quick. It's easier to move on when you know the challenge is coming. Like you don't have time to worry about the schedule and all that stuff. So we're ready to go.
David, Mark just spent a lot of time talking about how familiar the two teams are, playing preseason games, 4 regular season games. So how do you kind of look at those games and parse what is meaningful against what is not?
Yeah, I thought the last 2 games here were very meaningful. I thought the way that they attacked those games, the way we did, mattered. There was an intensity to those games that felt like a playoff series. It really did. The tactics from going to one game to the next, the way we reacted to them. And obviously, there's a lot of challenges here. And I think the refreshing thing, it's going to sound weird, playing the best team in the league, is that it's a new team. It's almost like you can refocus and kind of enjoy basketball again for a second. When you play the same team 7 times, it is a grind. And you stop talking about play calls. You just talk about, concepts and getting through the game and trying to win a game. So, they know us very well. Obviously, they're better than they were last year. They added pieces, and that showed up in the regular season. It's one of the deepest teams in the league, one of the best offensive and defensive teams in the league. So, yeah, I agree with him. We know each other well. We know what this is. Excited to get going.
Do you think you can use the fact that you kept playing as some sort of advantage and also maybe some rest, but also acknowledge y'all had a week off before you played the Heat and came out on fire?
Yeah. Rest. I always do. That's part of the NBA. But I do think that the emotion of winning the game we just won and how well we played the first 3.5 quarters was, something to build on as you move into the next series. So, yeah, rest for them. That'd be great. Expect them to come out full speed, knowing that we've been playing, they haven't been, and that's a major advantage.
Isaiah Hartenstein spent some time with you guys a few years ago. Just curious to know what you remember from his time there and what you think of the type of player he's become since then.
Great guy, great teammate, worker. It's really hard to be the backup center for Nikola Jokic, and I think it was good for Isaiah's career, not good for us. That he went elsewhere, haven't got more opportunity, because you get big minutes with us, and it's just what it is. Not to mention, with Aaron Gordon, capable of playing the backup 5, it's a tough position to be in, and so really cool to see his career, where it's ended up, and for him to come here to this team and this culture they've built, it makes sense that he fits. He's a good dude. Like seeing him every day is enjoyable, and you can't say that about everybody you work with. I'm not going to name names, but yeah, that's one of the guys I've seen every day.
Just wondering if you know Mark Daigneault at all, just from coaching circles or time spent in the NBA and over the years.
Yeah, not well. I sat next to him at the head coaches meetings when Mo was out for health reasons. I went to Chicago and sat and talked with him a little bit. Great guy. And I coached against him when Mo had COVID years back, and that was a really cool experience because I've had such respect for Mark from watching him build this thing and with the way they've built it with this franchise. So seems like a guy. Very organized coach. There's no frills with that team. They do what they're good at. They do it well, and that's a testament to him. He's not trying to reinvent the wheel here, and that's part of coaching is knowing what's best for your group of guys, and he does that extremely well.
DA, because of their depth, do you anticipate having to use your bench a little more maybe than you did in the first series just to keep up with their bodies?
You know what? I think you have to feel that the game goes on. We definitely had a lot of guys prepared, do the walkthrough, talk about if you're in the game, misses the coverages, because you're right. With this quick turnaround, if we have to use more bodies, to stay in the game, we'll do that. But I do think the interesting thing is if we can stay in the game, we can dictate our pace that we want to play. I think it changes their rotation as well. The closer these games are, the less people you're going to play. So obviously that's been their advantage. The Memphis series, those games got away from Memphis, obviously. We can't let that happen. We have to be sturdy from the beginning, and hopefully that takes away a little bit of the liberty of just playing 10 11 guys in a playoff game.
David, Aaron's calf is an injury that's come and gone all season. Is it the kind of thing where an extra day of rest helps, or is it just he wakes up, he sees how he feels, and that's that?
Yeah, it's the ultimate day-to-day with Aaron. I will say Aaron, through those last 3 games into the playoffs, has pushed that thing, and he's taking a chance every time he explodes and jumps, and we know what he's doing for our team. We know that there's a risk there, and if it was during the regular season, this would be happening. I think we'd be managing him just like he was, taking games off, trying to get to the end of this marathon we call the regular season. So, how good was he in Game 7? So efficient, did so many small things, and one of the craziest lob dunks I've ever seen in a game like that. So, it's incredible, man. The Game 4, the play, that's an all-time series from Aaron Gordon.
Thank you, Coach.
Yep.
Thanks, Coach.
Thanks, guys.